DM073 Gaming is brought to you by Happy Little Hug Factory. If you're looking for pre-orders of the upcoming sets, including singles or booster boxes of previous sets that have come out, you can check the link down below. Happy Little Hug Factory also has a buy list for Force of Will, so you can get rid of those extra cards you have laying around and turn it into new upcoming product. Thanks so much, guys. Check them out and enjoy the video.
Hey there guys, DM073 here, bringing you the deck profile for the New Age IU list from earlier this week. This list is 100% coming from the GP in London. The whole style of it, the whole ideas of new tech cards and stuff, so credit to all those players who ran IU in London for that. IU I think still has a lot of potential, even though it's being a singleton deck. I still think it just has some pretty explosive damage as a J-Ruler, and more ways to get around the things that we kind of thought would just completely knock IU out of the format. Obviously, IU Lunar Swordsman becomes IU Shaman Swordswoman. You know, when it flips, gets to search for a soul, has the God's Art of being able to search for anything, can give itself flying and extra damage, you know, but IU on the front side, only judgments for 2, which is a great. And then at the beginning of the game, you draw a card. This is something that I'm realizing that I missed during the feature match. And then you can't have more than one copy of any card in your deck at any time. So before we get into the main cards though, we're going to go down to the stones. We play 4 Possession Stone, pretty much mandatory, 2 Deepwood, 1 Dark Depth, 1 Gusting Skies, 1 Light Vapors, and 1 Black Silence. Going up to the top of the deck, let's go to the Resonators. We play a Flute's Water Dragon to be able to tap for stones even if IU is flipped. Lowrite, 7 Luminaries because you might as well run 1. Lonely Spirit Bug for some draw power and it's a soul. Tama for more draw power. Sprinting Flame Horse to be able to potentially do the OTK. Alice Girl of the Blue Planet because she's a flyer, and sometimes giving that God's Art is really, really nice to just name a card that you need to make sure doesn't get cast. Sylvia, Blade of the Supreme King for some aggression. Ahriman to peek at your opponent's hand to tell yourself whether or not you need to push for the OTK or go for a different route with IU. Lonely Moon Were-Rabbit because, you know, sometimes sticking a turn 2 9/9 is pretty solid. Grieving Elf Spirit to be able to recur our souls as being a soul herself. Feasting because Inheritance to be able to potentially pump up IU for lethal is also really great. Abdul to prevent enter effects. Rebellious Soul IU to be able to clone J-Rulers, and she counts as a soul, plus she's got flying, so it's a 2.66 with flying. Sha Wu Jing to help minimize spells. Melgus for some swiftness to be able to poke for the last little bit of damage. Willful Samurai Spirit and Misty Dragon Spirit because they're obviously really good spirits and they give great bonus effects with flying, going to a different resonator, and Willful Samurai Spirit being able to give Pierce. Blazer, again, to be able to have kind of a little oops, you're dead once you get your opponent down to a certain amount of life. Valorous Tiger Spirit, again, to be able to play just naturally as a 4-drop 12/12 against some decks can be really great, as well as being able to be a soul that you can pitch for IU. Going into the spells and additions, we play a Spider's Web to be able to deal with the cards as needed, but also be able to recur Resonators from the grave. Key's Call to stop automatic abilities. Magic Suites to be able to protect IU. Scorn of Dark Alice to help us get information from our opponent, and as well as kind of screwing their hand over. Thought Control for the same reason. We just need multiple things that can do it. Final Battle to be able to do a board wipe if needed. I use Sword Strike because it's a free 1-drop kill spell. Charlotte's Water Transformation Magic to help us get past blockers or deal with other big issues. Life Stealing Altar turns into Soul Returning Altar, great way to help IU push through for lethal damage, as well as being able to ramp when we do Judgment. True Blade for some from early game creature hate. Spinning Aqua Soul to be able to recycle Chance. Flourishing Hope and Burgeoning Despair to be able to protect as well as deal with creature boards. Nameless Mist for more hand advantage, kind of being able to know what your opponent's dealing with. A Farrer's Spell for canceling. A Shackles of Ice for against things like Scheherazade or other decks. It's very easy to pull this card out very quickly with IU, and it can sometimes be what you need to win the game. IU Special Power Medicine so that every time she judgments we get a stone, as well as making her a base stat 12/12, which is great. Kaguya's Moonbeam for consistency in a deck of singletons. There's no way you don't play this card. Ruin Stories to be able to bring back a Resonator, as well as cancel stuff and potentially force a sack of a creature. Millennium Bond for canceling. Priscia's Leap is one of the 2 like spell-based OTKs for this deck. You know, you cast it, it resolves because your opponent maybe doesn't have enough will to be able to cancel a non-quick cast spell as your first one for the turn. Give IU flying, attack, you know, 6 times, and then they're dead. Door of Time is the same kind of thing. It's definitely a new take, being able to kind of say, hey, well, they only have like 17, 18, 20 life left. We'll do Door of Time, let it resolve, swing once, recover, swing again, kill them. You know, on the next turn, swing again, and then kill them. Severing Winds is the last card here, just to be able to have it in the deck as a potential cancel option. So that is the deck. It is the new, definitely IU, having piloted it before, having piloted it now. I still think I have a lot to learn about IU, and I think that she is very complex, but I think in the right hands of a strong player, I think she can be very, very successful. Let me know what you guys think of this list, as well as the potential future of IU with Time Spinning Witch, and love to hear those comments down below. And until next time, this is DMO73 signing off.
Huge thanks to the patrons of the channel. You see their names here on the screen as well as down below in the description. They are what help make this channel run and help me do these awesome projects for you guys. If you feel like joining the channel and getting access to all the cool perks that come with being a patron, click on the P on the screen or the link down below. Thanks so much. See you next time.